Welcome to the deep dive. You gave us a stack of research on a region where football isn't just a sport. It's basically a religion.
It really is.
We are strapping on the helmets and going deep into Texas high school football, specifically into the legendary Golden Triangle.
That's right. For anyone who doesn't know, we're talking about the area around Port Arthur, Port Neches, and Orange, Texas. And our mission today is very specific.
Yeah.
We're unpacking the frankly stunning simultaneous success of three powerhouse programs from that one little area.
All at the same time.
Exactly. Port Neches-Groves, Port Arthur Memorial, and West Orange Stark, they are all making these incredibly deep playoff runs right now in late 2025.
And this isn't normal even for Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, this area is already football royalty. It's a factory for talent.
Oh, absolutely.
You look at the list, Super Bowl winning coach Jimmy Johnson, guys like Earl Thomas, Kevin Smith. The pedigree is just undeniable. But to have three teams from this one tight geographic cluster, all with a real shot at a state title at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the story we need to break down.
Okay, so let's jump in. Let's start with the program that has, almost 100 years of history?
Yeah. Port Neches-Groves, PNG.
They're in 5A Division II. And when we say storied, we mean it. They're in the top 10% of winning programs in Texas history since 1925.
Wow.
Over 660 wins, and they're four-time state champs, with the most recent one coming just back in 2023.
And their momentum right now is it's off the charts. They're sitting at a perfect 13-0 district champs, but the number that jumps out at me is 43.7.
Their points per game.
Exactly. They're averaging almost 44 points a game.
Yeah.
So what does that tell us? Are they just blowing out weaker teams, or is this offense the real deal?
That is the crucial question, right? And I think the answer is in the coaching. Head coach Jeff Joseph, in just 2 years, has a record of 46.
40-6.
Including that 2023 state championship. So this isn't a fluke season. This is a rapid, sustained level of excellence. The whole system is built on just ruthless efficiency.
And you see that efficiency in their star players.
Mm-hmm.
Their quarterback, Connor Bailey,
Mm-hmm.
he's already a top 4 all-time passer for the school.
He is, closing in on 5,000 career yards.
And get this stat. 20 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions this season. I mean, that is it's surgical.
It is. And the engine that makes that whole thing go is the running back, Tyson Henry.
Mm-hmm.
He's 7th all-time on their rushing list. And he just had this explosion against Ennis. What was it? 282 yards and 4 touchdowns.
In one game.
In one playoff game. That's the kind of performance that carries you. But, and this is the important part, they're operating behind maybe one of the best O-lines in the state.
That's the nugget right there. It's the foundation.
Exactly. You've got guys like Jackson Christian committed to Texas, Wolford going to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
When your trenches are that dominant, your skill players can just feast.
Okay, so you mentioned their 5A Division II. For those who don't live and breathe this stuff, why is that distinction so important here?
It's vital because Texas splits its big school classes, 5A and 6A, into 2 separate playoff brackets based on enrollment.
Division I and Division
For one state title, while their neighbors, Port Arthur Memorial, are in DI fighting for a completely different 5A state title.
So it literally doubles the region's chances of bringing home a championship.
It doubles their potential haul. And PNG's next test it's a huge one.
Yeah.
This Friday, they're up against a 12-1 South Oak Cliff team.
And there's history there. The fan chatter we saw, the line was something like, they hope South Oak Cliff doesn't beat them at all again.
Yeah, that tells you everything. This isn't just another game. For PNG, it's about getting past a team that's been a recent playoff demon for them. A win here validates everything.
Okay, so you have that high-powered offense at PNG. Now let's shift just a few miles down the road to Port Arthur Memorial. Also 5A, but in the DI bracket.
Yeah.
And also perfect, 13-0.
Also perfect. But what's fascinating is, like you said, it's a completely different formula. If PNG is all about offense, the Titans are built on their defense.
On how?
They're giving up, on average, less than 14 points a game. That defense is their identity. It's the anchor. It means they're never, ever out of a football game.
You saw that in their last win, that 45-24 victory over College Station. They just suffocated them. And the running back, Alex Eugene, he ran for almost 200 yards.
Yep, Player of the Week nominee.
But the real story, I think, the thing that shows you their mental toughness, was the week before that.
The A&M consolidated game.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where you see the coaching.
They were tied 7-7 at halftime. Looked like a real dogfight. Yeah. And they come out and win 44-27.
A 37-point explosion in one half of football. That shows you that Coach Brian Morgan and his staff are masters of halftime adjustments. They find a weakness and just exploit it relentlessly.
And speaking of Coach Morgan, the sources pointed to something really interesting happening off the field. He's got this incredible record, 58-21 since 2018. He's undefeated this year, and the school board is reportedly thinking about separating his titles.
Taking away the athletic director role so he can, and this is the quote, focus more on football.
Why now? Why mess with the formula that's working perfectly? It just speaks to the immense pressure in this area, doesn't it?
It's crippling. It basically says being 13-0 and in the regional semis isn't good enough. The only thing that matters is the state title, and they're willing to restructure the entire department to get it.
You can just feel the heat. It's incredible. So Pam's next test is against Barbers Hill this Friday.
Okay, so now we have two undefeated 5A teams in different brackets playing side by side, which brings us to the third leg of this golden trinity.
West Orange Stark.
The Mustangs.
Competing in 4A Division II.
Mm.
And if you're talking about pure history, WOS might be the biggest name of them all.
I saw this stat and I had to read it twice. They have the all-time highest winning percentage in Texas high school football history. A staggering 78.9%. For any program with over 500 games, it's generational dominance.
They're known for the Blue Link defense.
4 state titles. Their stadium is named after a coaching legend, Dan Ray Hooks. Success is it's baked into the concrete there.
And what's so cool about their story this year is that it's a resurgence after a couple of, what they call relatively down years.
Which for them is like only winning 9 games.
Right. They're 10-3 right now and are on a 7-game winning streak heading into December. They are getting hot at the absolute perfect time.
And if you look for the reason why, the tactical nugget, it's all about getting back to their identity. A punishing run game and a suffocating defense.
Their junior running back, Kelvie Jefferson, the coaches are calling him special. He just had that huge 3-touchdown game.
He's the workhorse. But the really interesting shift is at quarterback. They're using a sophomore, Quallen Dugas, who they moved over from defensive back.
That's a huge move. You're taking a defender and telling him to run the offense.
It is. But it tells you they trust his character and they just need a game manager, not a gunslinger. Because their philosophy is all about the defense.
And the fans believe their success is directly tied to a specific change on defense.
A return to their proven concepts and strategies, specifically going back to the true 50 look.
Okay, we can't just throw that term out there. For someone who hasn't been in the Texas trenches, what is a true 50 look and why is it such a game changer for them?
So a 50 look is an odd front defense. It means 3 down linemen with 2 guys standing up on the edge. It's designed to just clog everything. It's a run-stuffing fortress built to stop you right up the middle.
And this was their signature defense for decades, right?
From the 70s all the way through 2022. By going back to it, they're leaning into what they know best. They're playing to the strengths of the kids they have, fast, aggressive guys who can fly to the football. It's a return to their DNA.
That makes perfect sense. They're literally playing the defense that made them legends. So their next test is against Waco La Vega in the regional finals.
So let's synthesize this for a second. This whole regional narrative is extraordinary.
It really is.
You've got P&G in 5A DII with its air raid offense. You have Port Arthur Memorial in 5A DII with its lockdown defense. And then you have West Orange Stark in 4A DII, relying on tradition and that old school punishing 50 front. 3
different blueprints for success, all happening within a few miles of each other. 2 13-new teams. A 10-3 team on a 7-game heater, all in the deepest rounds of the playoffs this week.
It's unbelievable. It just shows you the cultural pressure cooker that is Southeast Texas football. They're all playing for something bigger than just a trophy.
So what does this all mean for you, the learner? You now have the full picture. You see the history, you see the modern schemes, the coaching pivots, the rivalries that are defining this incredible run.
You know P&G has to get over that South Oak cliff hurdle. You know PM is dealing with this immense internal pressure to win it all. And WOS is just riding this wave of getting back to their roots.
Which brings us to a final provocative thought that goes beyond just this season.
Right. You look at the community support Coach Joseph called the PNG Community Spirit Unmatched. You look at the sheer density of elite programs in one tiny area, and you have to wonder, what kind of legacy will this 2025 playoff run establish, win or lose?
Yeah.
But what if they win? What if this Golden Trinity actually pulls it off and brings home multiple state championships this year? Does 2025 become the year the Golden Triangle cements itself, maybe for good, as the true undisputed cradle of Texas high school football?
That is the ultimate test of legacy, isn't it? The history's there, the talent is there, and right now the spotlight is burning bright on Southeast Texas. We invite you to track the rest of these playoffs and see if the Golden Trinity can achieve those state title goals. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.